Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kurt, and welcome back to Far Lands or Bust. This is episode... What episode is this? 285. I don't know how I got into this hidey hole, because that's solid... Oh, did I go out the side? Oh, yes. Perhaps that is what that symbolizes. This is a... Yes! Side exit hidey hole. Let's get out here. Make sure things are safe. Block off the hidey hole. Grab... Oh, there's a burning guy. Burning guy! Grab Wolfie, and that way was east. Let's just see if that was a skeleton. Oh, skeleton residue. I don't think that was what I saw burning, but I'll take it. Pick that up, and continue towards the Far Lands. Like I said, episode 285. Woof! This is Wednesday, August 21st, 2013. And we are at 42,000, $401.23 raised for Child's Play charity this season. Ooh, look at that hill. It's a nice rounded, a mound, if you will. Nice mounds you got there, Mindcrack Beta 173. I apologize. But yeah, that's how much money we've raised thus far this season for Child's Play charity. We are continuing to walk and continuing to raise money for Child's Play charity over at farlandsorbust.com. I appreciate it. I say this every episode, and you guys every episode continue to give. It's a nice little arrangement we have here, isn't it? We're walking to the Far Lands because we're crazy and we don't know any better, but then we're using that energy also to raise money for kids in hospitals around the world, getting them toys, books, and games through Child's Play charity. Right, Wolfie? Guess so. Oh, there he goes. All right, so continuing on. Indeed, we do have... I don't know that this could be considered Minecraft news. Hey, maybe Minecraft news, maybe not, but Notch, the creator of Minecraft, for those of you who are uninitiated, I suppose, but Notch was for quite a while. He has handed over the reins of Minecraft. Why is there just... Okay, there's a tree. I was going to say, why is there floating leaves? He handed over the reins of Minecraft to Jeb, and additionally, recently, more and more developers picking up, parts of Minecraft to develop, like Dinnerbone, obviously, we're well aware of. Works a lot on the mob behavior and the game mechanics and whatnot. Whereas now Jeb is for the next update, 1.7 full release. That's going to get so confusing. We're in beta, Minecraft Beta 173. This is before the adventure update, before the full 1.0 release from the first Minecon in 2011. Wow, so long ago. But yeah, Jeb is now working on like terrain updates and things for the next update. But anyway, Notch created Minecraft, handed it off because he wanted to concentrate on other projects and also on running Mojang, and they've taken on other development projects, and they're becoming a publisher for some games like not Scrolls. Scrolls is a different game. But what's the Cobalt? Cobalt is another game that's being developed by someone else, but they're kind of publishing it. But anyway, Notch wanted to concentrate on other things, and one of these other things he had been working on for a couple years even was a game called 0x10C, a space game, kind of another one of these open world space games. He released just a few screens of his work in progress, his videos. It seems like you had ships and you could program computers on these ships, but there was also some sort of resource gathering and maybe crafting and defending against aliens and attacks and flying to different planets and systems and space stations and things. I wasn't exactly ever too sure what direction that was going in, and it seems like maybe Notch didn't either. He had taken breaks on and off and was on quite a hiatus recently, but it was recently brought up in one of his live streams. He occasionally live streams Team Fortress 2 with friends, And it was brought up, and somebody asked, so he answered about where 0x10C was going. And now, since that answer, he's followed up with a blog Tumblr post, and for sure, he has proclaimed that it has now officially been shelved indefinitely. He's not going to continue developing that game. He has kind of reshifted his focus. He said that he's built what he considers 3 big games. What was the first game? I can't remember. An older game. What he considers 3 big games, and then of course Minecraft. He said he's very interested in the games that are just open-ended, and oh my god, you can do anything, is his quote. And then he started work on his 3rd, which was 0x10C, and his priorities have shifted. He says he no longer finds that enjoyable. He thinks the long development time, between big games ends up building up a lot of hype. And especially since the success of Minecraft, everybody was also looking forward to the next Notch game. His reputation preceded himself. Oh, it's got to be better than Minecraft, blah, blah, blah. So I'm sure there was a lot of pressure like that. But he says now that he's been doing a lot of these 24-hour or, 48-hour game development challenges. And he seems to enjoy making the really small games that he can complete instead of over the course of years, or maybe weeks, days, months even. So he says he wants to do smaller games that can fail. And that makes sense. I mean, it would make sense that you spend years working on a game like the space game, and only to have it not work or not be successful would certainly... you should be afraid to fail, and you can learn from it, but that's a lot of time lost to learn a lesson that game isn't good to make, as opposed to these little games where he could maybe experiment more. I could see that. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. So, Notch, like I said, has halted production for that game, and is going to concentrate on these smaller games more. And he said that I personally, despite the fact that it's a space game, and everybody's always asked me, oh, are you excited? Because it's a space game. You like space, and it's made by Notch. I haven't ever really kept up with that game. Like I said, I still, even to this day, I'm not exactly sure which direction it was going, or what the mechanic definitely was. But there is apparently a community of followers who have decided to pick up where he left off. Not necessarily, I don't think he's handing over his code or anything, but they're making their own version of it based on his ideas and the things he was working on. I suppose based on the videos he's uploaded and things he's talked about. They're making their own version. He said, he's interested in that game, and he's excited about that and willing to see what they come up with. But for him, for one person to make, he feels that that's just not his cup of tea anymore. And I say, after the success of Minecraft, I think he probably deserves to make that call himself. So that is a little bit of Mojang, Notch, Minecraft video game news, little snippet to make this more than just about KurtJMac walking to the far lands and answering questions. I try to give you some useful information. So yeah. News of the day. But I do have quite a few questions. Quite a few donations came in, and with those you can leave comments. Can I make this jump? I can! Well done. Wolfie doesn't even try. That's probably for the best. I do have a bunch of questions to answer. Let me get a quick one out of the way from an anonymous donator. So you've had your new chair for quite a while now. Yeah, over a year, I believe. How's it holding up? As far as its durability and how it works, it's been working just fine. My previous chair's problem was that the cushion, within a month at least, the seat cushion would deflate, and it would be very hard. And through warranty, I was able to order a new cushion, but you can't do that endlessly, so that's why I ended up getting Space Chair. The chair I have, by the way, is the Steelcase Leap. It was between this and the Herman Miller, the chair that everybody has. not the embodied. The other one. The main competitor with the other one, the mesh one, I don't even remember what that one was. Anyway, I went with the steel case leap. It's nice, it's working well. Once you dial it in, it sticks pretty well, but if you accidentally adjust something, it usually takes a while to get it back. But still comfortable, I'm not having any leg. I had a lot of leg problems due to the seat cushion failing on my last chair. Not having any more leg or back problems, so that's all good. I mean, I've also been trying to work out a little bit too, so maybe that's, in addition, helping. Get dark, Mountain. Get dark, I say. So yeah, I would recommend it. It's not cheap, but I would recommend it if you're looking for a long-term investment for an office chair. But let's go to sleep, and we'll continue answering. And not knowing how to talkness. I was gonna say, and we'll continue talking in the morning, but it turned into bark, 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 bark. That's all random syllables. Syllables! A question from, an ark. An Ark of the Covenant. No, an arch, I suppose, is what this is considered. From BDog3513 asked, and this question seems like maybe BDog is answering, or I'm sorry, watching older episodes of mine. But BDog asked, do you enjoy craft beers and what types? I did, but I can no longer because of my apparent gluten sensitivities. Cannot have beer anymore. And yes, there are crafty style. Hi, are you gonna come with? Crafty style gluten-free beers, but I really haven't delved into those much. And yes, I know there are ciders. Every time I mention this, everyone's, oh, you should try cider. Cider is gluten-free, and it's just like beer, but blah, blah, blah. So, no, I haven't tried cider. Haven't really delved into any of the specialities, special gluten-free beers or anything like that. But I did enjoy craft beers. I recently saw a post that one of the best craft beers I had, I was at a restaurant that had it on tap, which is rare in and of itself, but the Dogfish Head 120-minute IPA, they have the 60 and the 90-minute are a little bit more frequently available, but the 120-minute is, they make it very, very small batches and only available really, I think, yeah, it was 2 summers ago was the last time I had it. Yeah, it's probably about the end of summer is normally when they come out with it, but it's like very high alcohol content. The IVA, there's some sort of IBV, or there's some number that the higher it gets, the more alcoholic content and the more hoppy. It's a very hoppy. If you're not into hops, then I wouldn't recommend the IPAs. Obviously, you should know that by now. If you're not a hop person, you should avoid the IPAs. But it was very good indeed. It was like syrup. It was very, very nice. You know, it's not something you would drink to cool off on a hot summer's day, but a very good. That was anticlimactic. Very good. I enjoyed that. But no more, unfortunately. There was also a vanilla stout that I really liked. Brecken something or other. Vanilla porter. Oh, it was a porter is what it was. I enjoyed that quite a bit as well. So yeah, when I did drink beer, enjoy the craft, the more special, the more especial beers, but those days are no longer with us, unfortunately. But I do appreciate that question, and perhaps I'm not sure where you're at, but I did talk about it previously before I figured out the gluten-free thing. Floating tube of dirt. So yeah, thank you for those donations and those questions from Dodplas. If you could have any superpower, what would you choose? I think you would choose the ability to talk and understand Speedy. talk to and understand Speedy. I don't know. I don't know if that's what I would choose if I had any choice. Probably flight. Flight would be very convenient and just very fun. I enjoy flying. Always take the window seat when you're on a plane. I would probably choose flight. Not sure invisibility or super strength or laser beam eyes or anything like that would be of too much use. It would be, it would be useful in superhuman situations, but also in day-to-day situations to be able to fly, Perhaps super strength would only really be useful if you're trying to save the world or save people or destroy an arch enemy, but the flight would be handy just to get from point A to point B rather quickly and without traffic or anything. So, flight, indeed. Ben Rang asked, what mobile devices do you carry around with you? Tablet, phone, etc. I suppose this is kind of a variation on the what's your what do you carry with you? There are kind of these Tumblrs and Pinterests and YouTube channels. What do you carry with you? I think there's probably a Reddit. I forgot what it was called, but what's in your go bag, I suppose, where people lay out on a table everything that they carry in their pockets, and it's kind of a weird. I don't know what people get out of that, but the only mobile device that I carry with me is my phone, which right now is the Nexus 4. So I just carry that around with me in my pocket. So I got that, and then just, keys and wallet or whatever. I don't own a tablet or anything. I have a netbook, a small netbook computer, pretty old, probably got it 5 years ago. It's way out of date on its Linux. Ubuntu is what I'm running, and its battery is pretty well shot, so it doesn't hold a charge anymore. So it's less mobile, and I rarely use it anymore. Maybe if I'm eating breakfast or something at the table, and I'm not at my computer, that's where I'll check things like Twitter and various YouTubes and things. But it was really never good at running video, just because these netbooks just run on little, pretty much mobile processors anyway. So careful, Wolfie! Careful, Wolfie! Careful! Oh, I said careful. Hey, stop! I'm trying to feed you. Stop. Boop, and a boop, and a boop, and a boop. And let's go. So yeah, I don't have a bag that I carry. I do have a bag that I used to carry a lot traveling. It was my carry-on, I suppose. It's it's a military bag, a paratrooper bag, I want to say. Like there's an M word, M5, M25, something. It's like it's pretty much your standard-ish sort of messenger bag, but a little bit more vertical. It held the laptop fine, but also it could hold my camera and a bottle of water, and it had things on the front for passport and wallet and phone and things. But it's kind of large. So I've actually have on order, hopefully it gets here in time for PAX, because it'd be nice to have it for PAX. I don't want to carry this large thing around with me. I found on the recent few trips I've been on that it's too big, and I'm like, I don't know what to put in here. I have my luggage, just carrying everything useful. All I really need to carry is the small... I have an MP3 player. I guess that's the other mobile thing I have, is just a very small MP3 player. It's not and yes, I realize my phone could play music and stuff like that, but I've never done that. I used to have the first generation iPod Touch, but I don't have it anymore, and I don't listen to music or really watch entertainment on my phone, just because I'd rather use the battery for stuff that I need it for in an emergency situation, like texting or looking something up on the internet or Google Maps or making a call or something like that. But I do have, for like the plane and things like that, just a small 2 gig, I think it's SanDisk. It's like an iPod Nano, but the non-Apple version. So yeah, I mean, that's the only thing I carry around. I'm like, I don't really carry anything around. So I got a smaller thing on order from eBay from, I should have had Generic B go pick it up when he moves, but from Bulgaria. a Bulgarian map case. I've been looking at map cases, a lot of them like from the World War II era. There's a lot of reproductions and things. They have like an open flap with like a translucent screen that you can put a map in. I'm like, I don't need that. I'm not going to carry around a map or anything like that. But the Bulgarian map case, it looks pretty good. It might be kind of small. I'm a little bit worried that it might be a little bit man-purse-ish. But it's a military grade thing, guys. It's you know, got like the whole military olive green burlap and lined with leather, so it's like manly. There's also the German ones are also pretty popular. They're kind of faux leather covering, and the United States military ones are a little bit plain, I found. So I found on eBay a Bulgarian map case, but the only people in Bulgaria seem to be selling these. I don't know why there's no supplier in the United States or anywhere else, but I'm hoping, I ordered that like a week ago, so I'm hoping it gets here in time that I can take it to pack so that I have a bag, something manageable and small. It's about the size, they really market these map cases as very good for holding iPads and tablets, so small enough where it doesn't get in the way, but big enough where I can be comfortable like putting stuff in there. I've got some little miniature handouts and things to hand out at PAX if I meet fans and things like that. Business cards if I meet people, industry contacts, if you will. You know, not necessarily. I'm not going to be carrying around a tablet or a laptop or anything, but something that just is convenient. So, yeah, that I suppose if I was ever to do these are the things I carry. Those are the things you would see. So yeah, thanks for that question. That was a new one. A new one. Let's go to sleep. And man-personess. Oh, I really hope not. But anyway, we're continuing on. We have another question from Riley. Riley Kerman. No, Riley asked, have you ever raced any kind of go-kart? I suppose this is prompted by, we were talking about go-karts in the last Formula 1 with Vintage Beef. But have you ever raced any type of go-kart? Or car? I've never raced any car, that's for sure. If you haven't, would you consider getting into karting at an indoor track? Certainly there's ones around Chicago. I think there's a few around Chicago. I have been go-karting, but the kind of carnival-y style go-karts. There's a place up north in Wisconsin. For those of you who live in the Midwest, I'm sure you've heard of it or maybe have even visited, called Wisconsin Dells. It's kind of the suburban family's vacation that you can take and drive a few hours up north or whatever from Chicago. And been there, and they've kind of turned into a water park mecca now. It used to be a lot of just touristy, trappy type stuff, and a lot of that was the go-kart tracks. You know, you pay so much and you get so many tickets to take go-kart trips, and they're, you know, up and down and over a bridge and whatever. Certainly not the professional style race go-karts or anything like that. So that's the majority, the only thing I've done. And there was a place around here that was a combination mini golf / go-karting place that I had been to a few times, maybe. Pretty low quality stuff, but yeah, that's the most I've ever technically, quote unquote, in a seat with my own body traveling around a track, raced, quote unquote. But I've never raced a car. It would be neat to. I've been in the passenger seat during a Richard Petty driving experience thing, where you get in a NASCAR and they drive you around, although there is the upgrade from the ride-along is that you get to drive yourself, but that's like, I don't know how, it's like $600 for like 3 laps or something like that to drive around yourself. So no thank you. I'll take the $100 ride-along and call it a day. So I did that, but I've always considered it. It always seems like something worth doing. I think Europe is a lot more frequent with having racetracks and track days and stuff like that for the general. You know, you can take any car you want really out on the track and drive around. So yeah, I don't know. It would be a cool thing to do, but I don't foresee such a thing ever happening anytime soon. Especially since I don't really know many people who are in racing or that would have connections. I think it would just be cool, not necessarily to race, but just to drive around a track. You know, maybe not even at like full speed, but just for funsies, just be like, woo! So, I don't know. Who knows what my future holds? This is kind of an interesting biome. Sporadic trees and open caves with... Are those pumpkins in there? What is that? Or is that dirt? Oh, it's dirt. I thought there were like pumpkins in the cave. Oh, that would have been pretty funny. Pretty funny indeed. Woof! Wolfie, woof. The jitteriness, sorry about the jitteriness, I know people, every episode they ask, and I kindly ask that you kindly answer them in the comments if they are unaware. Floating point precision errors from being so far from spawn. The game doesn't exactly know where we are, so it kind of rounds to the next decimal, I guess is the easiest way to describe that. And the bigger the number, the worse the rounding, so that's what the jitteriness is all about. Don't look down. It's only really bad when you look down. Although it is starting to be, you can kind of see it even when looking at a distance. Oh boy, this is gonna be a hard series to watch. Let's see down the down the list of questions here. Stunt Z, what are your favorite builds or series from other Mindcrackers? I'm trying to think here. Ones that I frequently... I mean, I watch BOO's videos quite a bit. So, like, building with BOO and, you know, his Mindcrack series. I've been watching Vintage Beef's Mindcrack series. Paying attention to what the work he's doing on his cool little ocean lily pad situation. I've also been... He started playing Max Payne 3, which I did not expect from Vintage Beef. And it's a game I have, and I know a while ago when it first came out, it was one of those, along with Tomb Raider, I was very into the Max Payne games, but I decided against playing Max Payne on the channel due to the fact that it is quite... Well, of course, now that I've played Tomb Raider, it's quite violent and sweary and bloody and gory, but also it's not a Max Payne game. They've changed a lot about it. So I've been watching his first 3 or 4 episodes have come out, and I've pretty much stuck with that assessment. I was quite happy recently to find that there are still a few in-jokes for those who have played the previous games. I'm not sure if Beef has or not. It doesn't seem like he got many of the in-jokes that maybe would have been gotten from playing the first 2 games, but yeah, that one I'm enjoying. I don't know. I unfortunately don't have enough time to watch many videos. I was watching, even though it's a game I'm not particularly something I would ever really play, but I was watching BOO's and some of the other guys' Cube World episodes. Kind of just an interesting thing that, you know, it's always interesting, and I suppose that's the case for people who watch my videos and Let's Play videos in general is, oh, I'm not going to play this game, maybe I don't have the system, or my computer isn't up to spec to play this game, so I'll watch somebody else play it on YouTube or whatever, so maybe that has something to do with that, which is why I would watch Cube World a little bit, but I've recently stopped watching a lot of those videos, but yeah, favorite builds, woof. Not being much of a builder, I can't say I really scrutinize or follow builds that much. I did like Beef's Jungle Abode in the last season of Mindcrack, which is why it received the prank of the floating block of ice. So we can make another boat. Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say. It's very hard to say. I think that was a question at the last Minecon, and during the panel, somebody asked that, and I just kind of was like, I don't know. Yeah, I think I just said that same answer. Beef's jungle village kind of area. He had kind of the ancient area with the heads, the monuments, and then the modern area with his house, kind of the village where all the villagers were at, and the kind of in-progress area where the trees were being, the lumber mill and things like that. It had themes. It's very cool. Let's see if I can look at a question. I can look at a question, but I have to answer it is actually the key here. Let's answer a quick question from Type Trap. What is your favorite fruit? I don't eat enough fruits, but I do put strawberries in my cereal in the morning. Gluten-free cereal now. Strawberries, sometimes raspberries, depending on. Not too big into the bananas. Let's see here. I got recently... should I bother making a boat this late in the game? Nah. So lazy, Kurt, so lazy. Let's just walk along this shore and see if there's anything interesting. I recently got a cantaloupe because I do like cantaloupe. I haven't bought one in a while. I don't think I've really ever bought like a whole one, but also I've been reading as trying to get Speedy to eat, to try to just take a slice of cantaloupe and put it in his cage and just leave it there and see what she does with that. To try to diversify her food, so that's why I got a cantaloupe. Favorite, but I don't know that I have a favorite. I really liked grapefruit a lot. I got a lot of grapefruit early. Maybe I should get more of that stuff. But just for breakfast in the morning, cut a grapefruit in half. Ooh, this is a pre-made hidey hole. Cut a grapefruit in half, and you cut out the little slices and eat it with a spoon. I like grapefruit and grapefruit juice. Then, after you're done eating the grapefruit, you squeeze out all the juice and you have some juice. Juice. Oh, this might be a bad place to set up shop, guys. Sorry, I'm going to create kind of an artificial beach here so Wolfie has somewhere to sit. Woof. Whoops. Yeah, come on down, Wolfie. Don't drown. Wolfie. Come on. Oh, gosh. Alright, it stopped flowing. Get up here. Get up here, you noob. Alright, I'm going to start digging out the hidey hole while I'm waiting for this guy to get his act together. Alright, now he's out. Nope, now he's back in. Dang it. Let's go down one. Woof, yes, are you safe? Yeah, sit right there. Good job. Well done. Keep up the good work. So yeah, there that goes. Not too much of a fruit guy, I guess. What? Fruit. A consumer of fruits. Is a tomato a fruit? No, it's a vegetable. I put tomato on my sandwiches every day. Yeah, not too big into bananas. Apples. It's kind of not really apple season anymore. That's more of an earlier spring thing, is it not? Apples, Honeycrisp apples specifically, I could slice up and eat. Get a slice job. But yeah, thank you very much for those donations and those questions, everybody. You can keep doing that at farlandsbus.com on the home page. Helping get toys, books, and games to kids in hospitals around the world. Good cause and a good reason to keep me motivated to keep walking to the far lands. Dang it. And stuff like that. Stuff like that. How about a challenge? I will give you guys a challenge. You guys, I give you a challenge. I challenge you today, or, maybe tomorrow. Perhaps you're watching this late at night and you don't have much of the rest of your day. Make something. Just make anything. Doesn't have to be even on the internet, but you could make a video or make a drawing, make a poem, write down something, make something that'll make your office easier to deal with, a little organizer or a shelf or anything. Just make something. Too often we just, speaking of digital things and things we carry with us, we just consume. But it is always very invigorating to make something that you can say, I made this. Doesn't have to be like anything huge or anything. Just a little thing. Make something, and perhaps if you're feeling extra bold, to share it with somebody, because that makes it even more important. Right? Is that something? Is that a good little homework assignment for Farlanders? I don't know. There are plenty of poets, but not so very much poetry, I guess I could say. So go out there and make something. Indeed. Motivational ending to the episode. So anyway, thank you very much for watching and for supporting Farlands or Bust and Child's Play charity. My name is Kurt. I will see you next time.